Hello traders, this is Rich from tradesight. This is a look at our market leading stocks via our proprietary scans for the coming session. This is going to be for Wednesday, November 28th, 2013. It'll be the day before Thanksgiving holiday, so be sure to trade it accordingly. We're probably going to have pretty light volume. As we slide into the close here, the market's selling off fairly aggressively. The Nasdaq's still up decently, but the broad market has just faded back to even on the day, and we're going to see that reflected in the scans. We still have some strength here in the Nasdaq patch with a couple of buys, but as we're losing altitude here, we're starting to stack up on the sell side. So just be aware of that. Pretty good action in Baidu today, 4% above the day's open, and a nice strong VWAP deviation. We had strong volume today in eBay, and Google was very strong on above average volume, and that one's sporting an upside CPS condition. So that might be one to keep in mind for the long side in tomorrow's late volume day. The financials looking more like the rest of the broad market, starting to sell off here. No buy indications, and a few sell indications here. We've got a CPS in ICE, we've got an RPS in Sallie Mae, and a contra candle in the USB. As far as the energy patch goes, we're a little bit paired off here. PBR was pretty weak all day, and it's 3% below the day's open, and about 0.75% below the day's VWAP on increased volume. In this group, I would definitely pay attention to the CPS signals. Looking at the market generals, a little bit better to buy here, but we still got about 4 minutes to the close as they're hitting bids. The shares of 3M have an upside CPS on increased volume. As far as the housing names goes, a lot of movement here. Toll Brothers and Hovnanian and DHI, all very, very strong closes today. These are going to be some very strong and big candles on the daily chart. Not seeing really anything here too interesting in the transportation group. So let's move on to the commodities. Alcoa, increased volume. We'll also have a volume bump in Newmont. Newmont's got a downside CPS. So does Double G. So perhaps we're wringing out the last little bit of selling out of these precious metals names. So take a look at that and keep on top of those and look for some good pivots on those. We're probably getting to an area where these are going to start to find a bottom as far as time goes. I don't know whether the bottom is going to be right here or whether it's going to be lower. We don't have any support yet from the Seeker and the Comer accounts just yet, so we could still break lower in forming those bottoms. All right, folks. As always, thanks for listening. This has been Rich for tradesight. You guys have a great Thanksgiving, and we'll see you next week. There will be no stock scans or ETF scans for the weekend because the volume is going to be so light. They're going to be not really worthwhile. Until next week, see you then.